Today I'm going to do another FineLine Fun reference manual page. This really is, let's call it an additional exercise from session 2, because as I was working with session 2, I thought of something and I really got inspired from one of the designs. And that design was the black paint on black paper. This is it. Pretty dark. When you hold it up to the light, you can see the design. How fun. Now, in one of the comments, there was a suggestion to use Inca Gold on here so that probably the Inca Gold would go into the background and the black would stand out. And I am going to try that, but not on this page and not on this video. I want this page to be an example of black paint on black paper and how flat it goes when it dries, which is really not necessarily a bad thing. There is a nice texture to this. When I run my hand across here, I can feel the texture of this page. So if you have a really thick paint, you can get a nice embossed image using craft paint. What I want to do in this video is show you something that I think is really cool. And as I said, consider this maybe an advanced exercise of session 2. I have a plain piece of waxed paper. Just waxed paper like you can get at your grocery store. I know that there's a similar product over in Europe. I'm not sure they call it waxed paper, but I know that there is a similar product. It's just a translucent piece of paper that has a really thin waxed coating. It's very inexpensive and you get a really huge roll of it. Now I'm going to show you what I did, and then we're going to do a couple of exercises. This is what I did. As I was working on my page, I accidentally dripped some paint. I had a piece of wax paper down on my desktop, and I accidentally dripped some paint on it. And I know from past art projects that the craft paint will dry nice on wax paper, and you can actually use it for collage. And I thought, why aren't I drawing designs on wax paper? So I actually went in and I drew this one. Now, I also know from experience that if you try to do the same type of thing with your FineLine Paint Applicator on a plastic page protector, that as you handle it, this paint will chip away. And I do not see that happening on this wax paper. It is on there really nice. And I'm going, wow, you could do something really cool, such as collage it on a patterned paper. This is the Petals in Bloom by the Paper Studio. I think I got this as Hobby Lobby. But I like this wooden paper with the white wood. And look, if I just put a portion of that over there. How cool is that? Now, I could draw it right on there, or I could collage it. It really depends on what you want to do. You're going, well, why don't you just draw it right on there? Well, yes, you could, but you have the advantage of collaging. You could go, well, do I want this? Do I want this? Do I want to put it this way? Do I want to put it this way? You have the advantage of additioning your piece before you collage it down. That's just a technique. I really do like that. That's really fun. So what I'm going to do in this video is draw another one of these just to show you how I did this. And then I was thinking, if I can do this on wax paper, why can't I do it on one of these white backings from the dinner napkins? You know, when we take apart our dinner napkins, when we trade napkins, why can't I do it on something like this? And we all know in our artwork that when we collage something like that down, this napkin practically disappears on this page. And I'm going, what if I drew a design directly on here and then used it to collage on a piece of patterned paper? So I'm going to try that on both of these in this video. I'm going to reproduce this design that I was experimenting with. My designs are all dry. I did this one on a layer of the white backing of a table napkin. And this one was done on wax paper. And this is the one that I did on wax paper that inspired me to create these. I really am happy with these. Now this one I'm going to put in my reference book. These two I'm going to collage down. I have some Petals and Blooms Paper Studio scrapbook paper. I'm going to collage the wax paper one on here and the one that I did on the table napkin on here. There we go. You can see that design quite well. I'm curious to know if this wax paper will dry shiny again to make that design pop a little bit more. I might put some metallic around there, we'll see. But I have this one, and this one, and this one. Actually, you can play around with them. think I'll do it just like that. There we go. Just fun ways to use the FineLine Paint Applicator. These are just studies. This is nothing that's in any way, shape, or form a complete art project. These are just samples of exercises that I'm doing with different FineLine Paint Applicator techniques. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next page.